Hello and welcome to Asking for a Friend, a podcast engaging questions from young adults seeking answers or help, encouragement in how to live life for Jesus. My name is Nathan with my wife, Rebecca. Hi, we got some questions.
Yeah, we do. Nathan and I are going to look at these questions and hopefully give an answer that helps you honor the Lord in the way you live your life. So, ready for that first question?
Let's do it. Let's get into this.
Okay. How do I transition from being seen as a friend into a possible boyfriend?
Friend zone. Can you think of worse zones than the friend zone?
No.
Both of us have been friend zoned in our lifetime.
Yeah,
Right?
you to me.
Wah, wah. Okay. The friend zone is arguably the worst zone in life. Here's some attempts. Okay, we're going to give you, the Bible isn't clear on this is how you get out of the friend zone, or this is, the Bible's not clear on this. So what we're going to offer maybe is some wisdom, some encouragement, okay? So I think there could be an easy way to do this, provided everything works,
Right.
and or a hard way to do this. And so the easy way, first we need to understand there's probably little you could do to change the way someone sees you.
Absolutely. Very little
But there are some things
you
maybe.
can do.
Okay. So here's some easy things. What are some easy things we could do to maybe get out of the friend zone?
Okay, you could become an organizer of group gatherings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like larder, still kind of friend-ish
Yeah.
gatherings,
Yeah.
outings,
Right.
but organizing stuff in a larger sense. You could also organize smaller group gatherings.
Yep.
All of this is for what purpose? What were you saying to me before about this question? You would try to make yourself available?
Right. So I would say if you are seeking to go from friend to boyfriend or friend to girlfriend, making yourself available to this person, just as simple as like getting yourself in front of them. Become aware of where they go. Don't be a stalker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How much are you stalking here? No,
Right.
don't stalk
But just become more available. Where do they go to church? Where do they sit? Is there a quad? Are they having lunch somewhere? You know, just getting yourself in front of them, maybe a little more with a little more intention.
Yeah.
That could go really badly.
So
So
that's true. Or if you're already in these circles, like hanging around them more, engaging them
right.
in
And that's what
intentional
we're
conversation.
meaning by organize a big group, organize a small group setting where you guys might all be hanging out.
Right.
Whether it's you're the host of game night and this person is the top on your invite list, obviously.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Okay, so you make yourself available. Also, make yourself dateable.
Right.
Some of that might be hard. Some of that might be, I don't know
Might
how
be
you
hard.
receive that, how you take that. There are different ways to make yourself dateable, whether it be personal hygiene, exterior, or maybe interior character development and stuff.
You have like a funny story kind of with this that
Sure.
goes with this.
When we were in college, I felt like there were guys in college that would like grow out just the gnarliest beards. And I know it's super on trend right now, so this might not be helpful, but they'd grow out these beards and they'd hang out in big group gatherings, small group gatherings with girls that they liked. And then like at some point they'd shave these beards and it almost like would make them more attractive or something. Like they look homeless to a degree. And then they shave the beard, and now they're like, "Oh,
He was cute before, but now he's handsome."
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so
Okay.
With a friend of mine and a young adult at the time, he was going to school somewhere, and he's like, "Dude, this girl, she's amazing. She loves the Lord. She's incredible." I'm like, "Buddy, I got an idea. This is wild. This is crazy. What if you grow the nastiest beard? And this whole time you're hanging out with her in big group or small group gatherings, playing games, and she just falls in love with who you are, just your personality and everything. And then one day you shave the beard, and she's like, wow, he was awesome with the beard. He's a great guy, but now he's like super attractive. And guess what? They're married today with 2 kids.
Are.
Boom!
Your beard theory worked.
Beard theory. I call it the beard theory. It's not a real like working theory or something you could practice. There's no guarantee. There's no money back guarantee on this.
Yeah, and that is also focusing a little bit on outward appearance, which is okay because that's how things start usually. There's an attraction to begin with, and then you get to know them. So it's okay.
Yeah. So there's easy things that we could do. Put yourself in their circles. Don't stalk them. Don't make it weird. Don't make it awkward. Be as natural as possible.
Yeah.
Organize big groups, small groups, ways to hang out so they can see more of who you are. Now, here's the hard thing. How do I how do I get myself out of the friend zone? Whether it's a guy seeking to date a girl or a girl seeking to date a guy. This is the hard stuff.
Yeah.
You have to be willing at some point, unless you want to torture yourself for a lifetime, you have to be willing to put yourself out there, right?
Yeah.
Be willing to take a risk. Be willing to engage heartache. This can come in at least 2 forms, I think, that we're thinking of. One would be the DTR. The DTR.
They probably don't call it that anymore.
Ooh, okay. This is a cool new hip word that the kids are using these days. DTR. Can we make it cool? This is a term we used in college and throughout our young adult years of life. DTR stands for defining the relationship. So this can take place in a dating relationship where you're already dating, or even before, where you sit down. I would sit down with her and say, hey, can we talk about our relationship a little bit?
You don't have to sit down even. You could just be on a walk and talk about it. That makes
Sure.
it seem so formal. I mean, people have been having DTRs for a very long time.
Right.
But it is an intentional conversation, an intentional active communication to say, hey, this is what I'm feeling. Do you feel the same? Or this is where I would like this to go. I'd like to go from the friend zone. Maybe don't use those exact words, and pursue you in a relationship.
Right.
We are big fans of communicating.
Yes, I hope so.
And
not always great at it, but we're fans of it.
we are. And just talking about it is the hard thing, right? This is in the hard zone now, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
if you really want to do this, you have to put yourself out there.
The other thing is maybe one and the same. Another hard thing is take the leap and ask the person on a date. Take the leap before you even say, hey, do you see this going anywhere? Just say, hey, I'd love to take you on a date this weekend. Clarify 2 things I would do. Clarify that it is a date, and clarify that it is just the 2 of you that are going to be.
I mean, this happens
out.
all the time, right? Like miscommunication on, is this a date? Or then you show up thinking and it's a date and it's one of those group settings. So clarify, hey, I'd like to take you out, just you and I, with the intention of dating.
Yeah, especially if you've already been organizing group outings.
Exactly.
And then you're like, I want to go out just them. Clarify that.
Yeah.
But that's a hard thing. But how do I do that? At some point, you're going to have to take the leap.
Yep.
And see, am I out of this zone? Is there a potential for me getting out of this zone?
And I think just to kind of conclude all this, I think I say this every single episode, but pray about it. Mm-hmm. Ask the Lord, should I pursue this? Is this a person that you see fit? And whether the Lord speaks clearly to you and says yes or no or nothing, then you get to make that decision.
Mm-hmm. And then my encouragement too would be either whether it seems like this guy asking this question of like, there's this girl that I'm really attracted to, I want to see this relationship go further, or vice versa. There may be, not all feelings that we have for people or ideas or dreams are necessarily bad. Because you're attracted to this person and you love to have a relationship with them doesn't mean that it will work, but it also doesn't mean that it's wrong or sinful. So let's say you engage this, you have the DTR, you ask the date, and it's not what you were hoping. What do I do with that? How do I now navigate that? Because it's not like those feelings for that person or those desires for that person go away for all of us. Immediately if they say, yeah, I just see you more as a friend, or this isn't really what I'm interested in. So what do we do with that? My encouragement would be the next time you have those thoughts of that person, or really that yearning, that wanting, like, I wish this was more than just a friendship, but you already know it's not going to be more than a friendship. Use those thoughts or ideas as like an alarm or a reminder to pray for yourself, to pray for your future spouse, to pray for your future marriage, because it doesn't help us just to be dwelling on these thoughts or in this loop of something that will never take place. So how can we be productive with that time or those thoughts? I would say pray. Use that to pray for the future.
I agree. Good.
Yeah, awesome. We hope this was helpful.
Thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Asking for a Friend. We love the opportunity to dive deeper into these topics. And if you have any more questions on relationship or love or marriage or whatever it might be, we would love for you to send it in. So how do they do that?
Yeah, you could do that by DMing us at LCCHaven. You could email us, haven@lccredding.org, or you could text it in, area code 530-338-1237. And if you're new to Haven, the young adult ministry, this is a young adult ministry of Little Country Church in Redding, California. And it's our desire and aim to rally young adults to the Word of God, mission of Jesus, and to be filled and led by His Spirit. and then to release wherever God has sent us, that we might be able to rally others to the very same thing.